EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for February 12th, 2019. For your Tuesday, snow day across the region, we have a mixed bag of precipitation today, starting off as snow in many areas this morning, going over to sleet at some point. And this is all going to occur from southwest to northeast, this transition, and then we're going to have a change to freezing rain. Again, that's going to come at different times and come in from southwest to northeast as warm air advects aloft, and then we'll have rain after that. So it's a four-part system, starting off with snow, then sleet, then freezing rain, and that's going to occur from southwest to northeast. There may not be a changeover to rain, though, in our far northeastern portions of Pennsylvania and northwest New Jersey, so we'll have to keep an eye on that area. The reason for that cold air damming situation, what we have going on here, is a very strong high pressure that's sitting up in this area here, providing that cold air. This also impeded the progress and northeasterly progress of that wall of snow that was there last evening, and it took a long time for it to move northeast. And as a matter of fact, at the onset, it looked like it was actually snowing on radar and not reaching the ground. That's because we had a lot of dry air in place thanks to this high pressure sitting here. This is creating the dry air and confluence. So once the precipitation became heavy enough, it was able to break through. As a matter of fact, I'm about 5 miles north of Allentown Airport, where I live, and we just started snowing about 10:30, and we're finally getting moderate snow and everything covered, and it took a while to break through, even though on radar it looked like it was snowing for about an hour and a half prior to that. So we did get that finally break through, but it did not get very far northeast of there until finally this morning. We're expecting that to continue, and then we're going to have a transition again from southwest to northeast, from snow to sleet, and then freezing rains here in the pink, and then we have rain further south and west, and then this is going to move through. And again, some areas will not change over to rain, as this model is indicating here. This is the GFS indicating that it's going to change over to rain, but we don't think that's going to occur in our far northeastern areas, and that cold air will hold a little bit longer. And they tend to do that against what model guidance is showing, where it'll hold a little bit longer. Could be leftover flurry here on late Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Otherwise, it'll just be breezy, and then just mostly cloudy in the wake of this system here on Wednesday. So let's get over to the high-resolution rapid refresh. I'm going to use this evening because it's had a better idea with the radar and the dry slots and all these things going on. This was looking back at midnight last night, and you can see this was pretty close to what the radar was showing here at that point. So we did have snow getting up to that point, but remember I talked about the northern extent of this was not getting any further north than that because it was running into this dry air. So it was almost like a wall where it couldn't go any further. And then when we're looking at this 8 o'clock this morning, finally breaking out up here across the far northeastern areas, but so is the end of the snow. So we have snow that is falling over in these regions here, but you see the sleet here in the middle and then freezing rain back here in the purple. This pinkish orangish color here is the sleet, and that's going to move up off to the northeast. Before you get a changeover, though, you're going to get a heavy burst of snow along the thermal gradient, and you can see that here with the darker blues here, the heavier snow. This is now looking at 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know that it is this late. It might happen a little bit quicker than that, but we'll see. It's very hard to time these changeovers, so we usually do when we send these alerts, we'll send 3-hour time blocks for that reason and give ourselves a little bit of a buffer. But you have sleet in the middle, you have freezing rain down here, actually some more sleet showing up behind here. But as we go through the course of the morning, you're going to see that transition continue again. Before it changes over, you get some very heavy snow that will fall before that changeover occurs to sleet, but that will win out eventually, as you can see here. And then freezing rain right along this line to the south. Again, rain is going to overcome some of these areas, but you're going to hold on in the usual colder spots. So when you get up in here, especially all the way down to the Lehigh Valley, actually, northern New Jersey, you're going to hold on to frozen precipitation going right into the afternoon, and I expect sleet and freezing rain to continue all the way down that far, and I don't think it's going to let up until we get to the evening where we finally get a changeover. So we get into the evening hours. You may hold on, especially the Poconos, higher elevations, northeast PA, northwest New Jersey, hold on to that freezing rain very long into the evening. Would not be surprised to see that. And this is going to end just after midnight, it looks like, overnight. Most areas are going to be rain, but again, the colder spots up here might just end as freezing rain. All right, so a substantial icing event up here in the Poconos, higher elevations, and northwest New Jersey, northeast PA, parts of north central PA. Generally, the higher elevations do the worst with this, and I don't want to say the best because this is not a good thing, having ice, but the snow will do its Snow and sleet we group together on the snow map, so any sleet that's falling is also accumulating, so that it counts as part of the snow total. We're fairly confident we can at least reach the minimum portions of our ranges. So if we had 3 to 5 in a certain area, 3 to 5 inches of snow projected, I don't see why we can't get 3 inches of a combination of snow and sleet. Now there will be some compaction once the sleet starts. It will so whatever you had as snow first, you might want to, if you see that's changing over to sleet and you want to do an accurate measurement, go out and get the measurement of the snow when it stops and when it's changing over, and then maybe clear an area and then just do the sleet separately. But make sure you add those together, because that will be a cumulative total. If not, it's going to compact the snow down, and you could have a total of 5 inches fall between snow and sleet and only realize 3.5 inches on the ground, if you know what I mean. So it's going to weigh it down a little bit once that occurs. So anyway, we're going to go past this system now into the rest of the week. Again, Wednesday is mostly cloudy in the wake of that system, early flurry or snow shower, a little bit breezy, and then we're partly cloudy here on Thursday. Now, the end of the week system here is becoming more and more of just a frontal passage. That's pretty much shown on every single model. So we're not looking at a lot of heavy rain here, but it will be rain nevertheless. So it's a good news, bad news situation. Good news is that it's going to be quick in and out, and it's just a cold front passage. So just get a few showers with this, and that's it. Bad news is in the form of rain. So it is going to be milder at the end of the week, and that can be good news if that's your perspective, if you like the milder temperatures and you're sick of the snow and ice. But there is more. There are more things in the pipeline beyond this that are going to be in the wintry side of things, and there's some very confusing things, interesting things going on the weekend. I think there's a system here going off to the south. We have to watch this very closely, because it won't take much for this to come a little bit further northwest and give us at least a minor snow event. The European model hinted at that today, and this would be later on Saturday. So that there's one wave, and there's one right after that could be affecting us in the Sunday night and Monday time frame, with more snow to maybe some ice and who knows what. Okay, so now this is not shown on the European model. This is further south and just heads aimlessly out to out of the picture, and it brings another wave in here in the middle of the week, in Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. I actually like that system next week around the 20th. All right, the GFS does not have it this evening. It actually brings this wave in on Sunday night and Monday, or later Sunday into Monday, and you get this mixed stuff. The European model has something more around Tuesday, Wednesday time frame of next week, and I like that period right around the 19th, 20th to possibly produce another wintry event across the region. Whether that's snow or a combination of other things remains to be seen, but that is one of our storm signals that I outlined in the Friday long-range outlook, and that is still holding true today for that time frame. So we got a couple different systems that are one right after another that we're going to be dealing with. Some are going to be rain, some are going to, like that Friday front, just rain, that's it. And then we have a couple systems after that over the weekend when it's a little bit colder, and you have some other things that can happen here, which could be snow or mixed precipitation type situation. We will cross that bridge when we get there, but stay safe today. Not a good day to be on the roads. Again, we have a lot of things going on here today with this snow going over to sleet, freezing rain. That is not good to drive in, so just stay off the roads if you don't have to be out, and just stay home with the kids who are probably off from school today in many of these interior locations at the very least. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for February 12th, 2019. Have a great Tuesday.